Yeah, I put something up so you can understand what I've been doing as well on the side. These are screens of my app. This is Handy House Help. It's going to be global. I put translation on because it's Dutch markets focused only. What I do is I give you a dashboard for your house where you can add manuals, warranties, whatever, have it analyzed or not, and then you can build up your whole file and you can browse your documents. Because what you need to ask technical questions about your house, if you're asking a quotation or whatever, you need the real context because AIs will just hallucinate and give you a random guess and they don't know what's behind the paint, etc. My main feature is a Facebook timeline where you are able to add images and see what you have been doing or should have done, and then like tasks, and you can mark it as ready, postpone, or, and this is important, you can find skilled local workers, and in each category it will find you the nearest companies. And that brings me to my presentation. Had it here, blah, blah, blah. Let me, I don't use this often enough from the start. This is what I made. H3 Trust Harness, because I'm using OmegaClaw, not yet. It's be Kris Claw. And with each step that I take, I find sources, and from these sources, I find data, lists of companies. And when you then do a search, a local search in my town, who are the good painters, then it will use different sources to overcome the trust problem, and the trust problem in the Netherlands at least, but it seems to be nationwide or global, is that in Google search engine optimization, fraudsters and con artists are having websites and prey on desperate people seeking help with their house. And it's not a real company, it's a fake company, or it's a marketing wall pretending to be local. So by making local trusted companies findable, yeah, you can empower the local community, and I think that's very important. It's starting to get out of hand. 2,300 companies from one list. These are installers. These are basically all the qualified installers of the Netherlands in one run. Very high qualified, a great source with a lot of extra information, because one installer can do HVAC and another might do heat pumps or whatever. That's kind of cool. Painters, oh, sorry, my painters, difference. These are traineeships. This is the Better Painter. It's a branch organization, and this quality control is also a quality control. And I imported them via the Nation Pack, because handling the data and making it work great is difficult. Why is it difficult? Because I first had the vision that you enter any place on the planet, enter a country, what you're looking for, and then it does a standard check of not the Chamber of Commerce, but Chamber of Commons kind of authorizations. And by being smart about it, that's why you need OmegaClaw for this. It can yeah, do the manual touchy feeling of this whole interaction, and really find and value the sources. And from these sources, you get the lists, and then all you have to do is do the local part, and then you get the companies. But this takes time. Because every website has a different structure. It has to be valued, graded, be optimized for data transfer. That in itself needs to be rated, because some have little data, some have a lot, some have data that you've never seen before, might be useful. And these decisions are AI decisions, but they take time. So rebuild, you have to onboard a nation, and you have to onboard certain sectors. Because then you have the national structure of trust. You can get like sectors like the 2,300 installers, the technician guys, the painters, and then you only have to do on a new location, local. It just checks for local networks, and if it's on one of these lists and on a local soccer team sponsorship or in a small business association, then you have a real company, and that's what I can do. So let me open escape. This is what I have now. I have a demo website where I handle these in jobs because the OmegaClaw takes certain steps. It starts with a brief and it goes looking for all these gaps like organization, publicly certified, and there are extensive prompts behind this. And when you have confirmed the search pattern, it goes searching. And because this is no longer the search structure, I now manually add certain national lists. And then there is always the local gaps if you don't have, if you didn't onboard a local region. And it like it to networking groups, local media, and rates all these sources. And then you align, oh, I already aligned all these ones. That's where you value the human value. The OmegaClaw gives you like a 80% score. Well, that's pretty trustworthy, but it gives evidence on why it comes up with the 80 value. And then the human can agree or not agree and adjust, and OmegaClaw can learn from that feedback loop. Well, and then you get loads. And here you can see the certificates from each different company has different specialties. And this, I'm very happy with this because this means a lot to me, and this is helpful for my website, for my application. And these are all real companies. And if they are matched with a local club, then I know these are probably good guys. And yeah, you should work with that. So that's what I have. Oh, wait, I can show the single search. Painter in Lizard, for instance, and I can search. And then it should show the outcome. It's a bit slow because I did not optimize, but here it's only on 1 out of 3 lists, so that's because I do not have enough evidence for this region yet. But this one is from this branch organization. This is from another organization, and because this is valued a bit lower than this organization, this one gets the highest score. And if you get like, you can also correct and adjust because I'm admin. Yeah, this is basically pretty proud of what I've done, and yeah, happy.
Thank you, Christian, for introducing that. I can see that that's progressed a huge amount since the last time when you presented it at the Open Build. Do you want to just say a few words about how you progressed through and how, particularly, what kind of things that you've learned through working with OmegaClaw over time?
Oh yeah, the OmegaClaw experience first time was so suboptimal with saving actual data, and that's what I need because I do these runs and then you have to save the evidence. But because I was running in a Docker and in an own environment, and it was, I love the power because it understands, and the understanding of a real situation in a balanced way, that's what sets OmegaClaw apart. You can use any AI. I'm in love with QN. QN is my brain. QN Max. I have a free account, and on a free account you can go deep and long. These Chinese people are awesome. So that's where I interact. But OmegaClaw is way more balanced, and you need that to do the different tasks because it's the search plan. I've demonstrated it in Colombia. I was in talks with Jan from BGI, and he said, yeah, well, you can't just go to Colombia and just with one run, it made a deep, deep search plan. And you'd be amazed how much evidence and information you can gather. But the thing is, you have to make it presentable. And that's what the humans do. But no, OmegaClaw can do it, but you have to guide it. And the guiding process, it's like raising a child. But because of my vision, I just need the company's raw data. I don't really care about global trustworthy search as long as I get my companies in the Netherlands. Then I can launch my company. However, yeah, I want to go global, so better do this right and take the time. And it's growing magnificently. And I think you could integrate this in a MCP server, so you just can use your ASI interaction and say, hey, I need a trustworthy painter. And I had a great talk with Sin from UTSA, and you need to understand the person even more. And that's again where OmegaClaw comes in, because you have to understand the personal need, because if we both have a $1 million mention and we both have a new kitchen that we need and we both hire the same contractor, I might have a shit experience, even though it is a 5-star review, because my cabinets were different cabinets and they weren't deliverable. And then a subcontractor choose to, well, I just use this one, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. And then it was difficult to supply because they came from China, 3 months delivery time, yada yada. And I get angry. It's a personal thing, and it's a delicate thing, and that's why we need a delicate controller. And I think only OmegaClaw with the use and the updating of human feeling, that's what we need in this situation. I see no other way.
Can I ask you a question? This is Hugh Lampert. You said that you felt that the OmegaClaw didn't do the storage well. What did you mean by that? Are we not storing everything into the atom space?
No. I meant just in Linux. I'm a non-IT guy, doing it for 3 years now. But Linux, Unix is bad for me, and it was running in a Docker, so I was 2 nil behind. And then it started saving progress, and it was nice, but it wasn't saving it in the right direction to be used in the next step. So it just started talking and trying and talking and trying, and then it held in the thing that it had to do in its context, but it gets so far away that when it started to actually, okay, I'll deliver you the results in the right, but started hallucinating. And so that was a problem that I ran into, and I could not afford that in my process. So that's why I switched to Kris Claw, but made it full OmegaClaw. You should only enter it, and then it should all autorun.
All right, so the other Claw application did better with storing within its context area or storage area within the context.
Yeah, that's what I fully built now.
For.
My whole infrastructure is now a full saving context, and I just need signaling from OmegaClaw and the creativity to excel in a new and open environment.
Are you giving up on OmegaClaw for that purpose and staying with the one that you felt did better?
No, Kris Claw is me, and Kris AI is manually going to websites, scraping it, turning it into
okay.
CSV,
So
and then
you're
manually.
There is no other alternative technology. It was you doing it personally. I see.
Yeah, because the whole harness is made for OmegaClaw, and so I just built in some manual inputs so I can get my results and prove the system working.
Okay, but are you going to continue to try to get it to have the focus that you want in maintaining that storage in the context that you want, or are you just going to continue to use Kris Claw?
No. I have to start running OmegaClaw, but I've been doing this for too long. I was a year early, I think. So I am like out of money and no credit card, and that hinders you to just take so that's why. But I'm almost there, and with my database, this is insane. The worth of having probably when I'm done 5,000 or 6,000 companies that you can trust in a whole network. I'll get there, but it's been a long way. And when I can automate, then you can also do the deep searching and do runs for that. Because if I have like 10 users in the village, I'll do the whole village, the sponsorship. I'll get everything I can from this whole situation just to boost the whole economy. Because you can find any company, any service company, because they're all on these lists. And once you have a few lists, it's just cross-contamination. And these are the good guys.
Are you continuing to upgrade your OmegaClaw and installation as new versions are released?
No, because I do not. I first finish this, then I get my launch in the Netherlands because I need to get economy because I don't have tokens to run OmegaClaw. So when I have that problem solved, yes, I will, because it's my boarding for Germany, England, the US, because what I've built is basically a global need.
So you're really looking for a practical implementation that's going to really work for you in an economic way rather than just a discovery.
Yeah, the economic is not even a goal anymore. I don't really care about money anymore, but I need to eat, and so a little bit of money would be nice. But the thing is, you do not want open AI to get into your house and hold all your house data, or Google for that matter. Then they go into the local government or the national government, and then now you have to lower your radiator because you do not want the government or big corporations into your ecosystem. Also, you do not want in the Netherlands, we had a lot of Main Street small business takeover by big corporations like your Walmart or whatever. And you do not want that. What you want is to reach these local communities, give them the tools and the network to just keep working so they don't get taken over by some price cutting, whatever, who has better infrastructure, because I can easily take 10 to 15% overhead from the whole real economy. And we're talking billions of euros in real estate maintenance. And it's all just people shoving paper. And the solution is not CBRE or OpenAI. The solution is just us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Christian, for showing us how you've been progressing in your project. I think it's so important what you're doing because of the increasing need for trust building among communities. So yeah, very important work. Thank you. I'm going to move on